Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Paxton Lynch's Broncos going up against Breeze's Saints.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 20. Seven. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now it's Lynch. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the pistol, they run with Anderson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. Blue landed. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue landed.
First carry for Devontae Booker. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's the way you get an opening drive going. Pick up the 1st down, convert on 3rd down, and how about doing it old school style, doing it with a run and play.
Here we go. Blue landed.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Demaryius Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the counter, here's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Breeze now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Adam Gotsis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Breeze to throw on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Again, it's Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he rifles one incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there, taking it in. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. As possession changes hands here, I get to talk to you about the Super Bowl. It's New England and Philly, a repeat of Super Bowl 39, although that one was in Jacksonville. This one, of course, in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really changes is the weather. But this one's in a dome, so I don't think that that's a real issue for them at all. But guess what? New England has the same coach and the same quarterback. That's a big advantage for the Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Philly, everything's new, including the quarterback and Nick Foles that they didn't think would be there right now.
And I'm not sure Nick Foles thought he would be there at that point. But remember, he's been to the Pro Bowl before, been to the playoffs as a starter in the NFL. He's got a chance to play.
And now Lynch. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Now it's Lynch. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018, as that wound at the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their 2 tackles, Teron Armstead at left tackle, Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Denver Broncos have missed out on the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. Their offense coming back onto the field here, and that's coming off that Super Bowl 50 win. I don't know that we expected them to go back-to-back-to-back or anything like that, but I certainly don't think we saw them missing the playoffs the last 2 years, right?
No, you're correct on that one. And a big part of it is, what's one of those old adages in sports, that defense travels and defense is a constant? Well, the Broncos defense has been exactly that. I mean, look, they were 3rd overall in total defense in 2017. So the idea that they're going to drop to that type of a record with a defense that good, that just tells you about all the offensive struggles they've had.
Yeah, we mentioned the quarterback troubles, and just 5-11 in 2017 for Denver.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
All right, here we go. Blue landing! Black landing on Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit!
A fake to Anderson, now it's Lynch. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From midfield now, here's Lynch. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lynch. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And able to find Green. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. 3
Here's Lynch to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Breeze now on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Well, with that one hitting the ground, wanted to ask you about this kind of in-between week. Super Bowl week next week. What is this week like for the players in between?
Number one, healing up for them, right? Get those bumps and bruises taken care of so they're ready to go on the full Super Bowl week. For the coaches, it depends on their philosophy. Some will start to introduce the game plan the first week. Others will hold it until the 2nd week. Some will go late and kind of do it in between. I do know one Super Bowl coach who used to give his team the entire week off with that 2-week gap, and then bring them back and do it just like a regular season game.
Got to think, though, if you're a player and you're antsy, right, you're just ready for next week.
You really are, and the best coaches, they find a way to slow that down so you don't ramp up too fast. They want to make sure that you explode on game day.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, Breeze again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So they're operating in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And coming out now, the Broncos. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now Lynch on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target.
deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again. Lynch. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
From the gun, it's Lynch. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lynch. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go now. Green.
On first down, it's Lynch. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A second down carry for Booker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down following the run. Now Breeze. It's complete. Flater, right side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This New Orleans team definitely a second-half club a year ago. In fact, they had the best second-half differential in the NFL, plus 64.
Well, I think head coach Sean Payton does a terrific job of crystallizing in the half, reducing, and then going ahead and being very specific in their attack in the second.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie things at 17-all. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
They run it again with Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Operating from the gun, Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, Anderson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Seven yards to go on second down. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards there on a first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Now Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adam Gotsis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Breeze to throw on second down. The throw to the left side caught by Coleman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn from 10 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing now is Lynch. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Here we go now.
Lynch to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys on the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Lynch turns and gives to Booker. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Lynch. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Lynch. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They give it to Anderson, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk. You've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
3-19.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.